Slow-cooked short ribs with red wine reduction. Short ribs are a luxurious, fall-off-the-bone dish when slow-cooked properly. The secret lies in low and slow cooking, allowing the meat to absorb deep flavors while becoming incredibly tender. A rich red wine reduction enhances the dish with a balance of acidity and sweetness, making it perfect for special occasions. With proper seasoning, searing, and braising, you can achieve restaurant-quality short ribs at home. Selecting the best short ribs for braising. Choosing the right cut is essential for the best results. Look for well-marbled, bone-in beef short ribs, as they provide rich flavor and gelatinous texture when slow-cooked. The bone adds depth to the braising liquid, making the sauce more flavorful. If possible, opt for English-cut short ribs, which are thicker and better suited for braising than flanken-cut ribs. Searing the meat for maximum flavor. Before slow cooking, searing the short ribs is crucial. Heat a heavy bottomed pan or Dutch oven with a bit of oil, then sear the ribs on all sides until deeply browned. This step develops a rich, caramelized crust, which enhances the overall depth of the dish. Browning also helps lock in juices, ensuring the ribs remain moist and flavorful. Building layers of flavor in the sauce. Once the short ribs are seared, remove them and sauté onions, carrots, celery, and garlic in the same pan. These aromatics create a flavorful base for the sauce. Deglaze the pan with red wine, scraping up browned bits to incorporate into the sauce. Add beef broth, tomato paste, and fresh herbs like thyme and rosemary to enhance the dish. Choosing the right wine for braising. The wine you use significantly impacts the final flavor. A dry red wine such as Cabernet Sauvignon, Merlot, or Pinot Noir works best. These wines provide tannins and acidity, which help break down the meat while adding complexity. Avoid sweet wines, as they can overpower the dish. Cooking the wine for a few minutes before adding other liquids helps remove excess alcohol, preventing a harsh taste. Slow cooking for tender, juicy meat. After assembling the ingredients, the short ribs need to braise slowly at a low temperature. Place them in a covered Dutch oven or slow cooker and cook at 300 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius, for 3 to 4 hours, or until fork tender. The slow cooking process allows the meat to absorb all the rich flavors while becoming incredibly soft. Periodically basting the ribs with the sauce helps keep them moist, reducing the sauce for a silky finish. Once the ribs are fully cooked, remove them from the pot and strain the braising liquid. Simmer the liquid over medium heat until it thickens into a glossy reduction. This step intensifies the flavors and creates a silky sauce that beautifully coats the ribs. A small knob of butter can be whisked in at the end for extra richness and shine. Serving the short ribs for a gourmet meal. Short ribs pair perfectly with creamy mashed potatoes, polenta, or buttered noodles, which soak up the flavorful sauce. Garnish with fresh herbs like parsley or thyme for a pop of color and freshness. A side of roasted vegetables or sautéed greens balances the richness of the dish, creating a well-rounded meal. Storing and reheating for even better flavor. Short ribs taste even better the next day as the flavors continue to meld. Store leftovers in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 3 days or freeze for later use. To reheat, gently warm the ribs and sauce on the stovetop over low heat, adding a splash of broth if needed to maintain moisture. Mastering slow-cooked short ribs. With the right technique, slow-cooked short ribs become an elegant, melt-in-your-mouth dish packed with deep flavors. The combination of searing, slow braising, and red wine reduction ensures the best texture and taste. Whether served for a cozy dinner or a special gathering, this dish is always a showstopper.